welcome. Happy motherfucking New Year. Woo.
22, two of them things. 22 of them things.
The first episode of the new year. Welcome to a brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. It's your boy John and special guest, special co-host, my guy, Dad. He can
I'm here.
I know he wants to introduce himself. He usually
My mama called me Devin. My mama called me Devin, so you can call me Devin. But Johnny, also, this is the first episode shot of 2022 for the C2 network. So, we got OSA, we got ASO, but this is the first episode shot under the C2 umbrella for 2022.
For those who don't know who C2 is, it's the Culture Capsule. That's our brand. That's basically our whole business.
That's the network. That's the network.
That's the thing that we trying to build up. So Culture Capsule is what we're trying to build up. ASO and OSA are two pillars of what we're trying to build, and we're trying to add more stuff to the Culture Capsule brand. So, but this is the first thing we're shooting in 2022. It was a slow week, It's only been 3-4 days. This is what New Year.
Yeah.
New Year. So we'll touch on certain things that happened last week, and then just this is what it is. We'll get into it. So we'll start off with. I think it was last week. What was it last week or the week before?
What's that?
The Matrix movie. The Matrix movie dropped.
Matrix dropped. Yeah. I think that was last week.
Might have been a week and a half ago. Might have been, But
it's trending right now.
Yes.
And what's trending mostly though is bad shit. Now I ain't seen the movie, John. I know you've seen it, but the hecklers and the spectators, I don't hear a lot of good things about it, so maybe you want to dive into it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those movies. What I should have did, I'll say, is probably rewatched the movies.
The first
just
three,
to get like a thing. But for the most part, I seen the trilogy, so I knew certain things that was going on. But I felt like it was a movie that was made. And it felt like there was a lot going on, but I think it just wanted to make you think. It was like one of those movies that was pressed on trying to make you think about certain things.
Open that third eye.
So it's like it was a little more depth to it, and that's probably what I don't think people was expecting. Maybe I think that's why people may not like it. People want it.
Right. It was a little more deep.
Straight to action. Like what made the Matrix movies the Matrix movies.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie, but I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, "Damn!" I feel like a lot of shit is going on. But
first off, how long was the movie? Roughly, how long is the movie?
I think it was 2 hours.
Okay, that's not bad.
It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours. I think it was a little over 2 hours. Not like
that's not bad. It ain't not crazy though.
But I enjoyed it, But sometimes certain movies ain't for everybody, and because it's not for everybody doesn't mean it was a whack movie. It's just
Right.
Sometimes also movies don't meet your expectations. You have built up an expectation for a certain movie,
right?
And it just goes a different route. Doesn't deter it, doesn't thing, but sometimes it is because it is whack. There do be movies that don't meet expectations of no expectations, but I enjoyed the movie, but I could see why. It just felt like a lot was going on in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I was in, again, especially where, the matter, we got matter, we got the Matrix, all this shit is connected. We might be living in the Matrix, and then, we got matter, we moving into that metaverse. So everything is, it's lining up.
It's just the parallels of what's going on in real life.
Real life, right.
That movie is just like, sitting there like, they do that.
Right.
They trying to do that in real life. So we want to
be my only issue with movies like The Matrix now, and again, growing up, watched it, loved it and shit. I honestly, I will watch a remake before I watch another sequel that's too far behind. Whereas, like, it ain't made within the time frame of the rest of the movies. Like Hollywood double backing on what old movie can we just fucking add a sequel to?
Sometimes they fail to capture the
and then and they don't capture the essence and the energy of the original. So that's why when it came out, it's like, oh, I'm thinking, okay, I love fucking The Matrix, but also at the same time, I'm like, damn, I thought it was over. Like, I thought it was done. And I was content with it being done. So now you coming out, what, 15 years later or so? Like, probably more than that.
More than that. I think the last one came out in 03.
Let me check real quick. But again,
they filmed it back. Oh, the last one might have been 04, 03 or 04. Because I feel like the number 2 and 3 was filmed back to back. So
The Matrix came out in 99, Reloaded came in 03, and Revolution came out later same year.
Also,
and,
they both came out 03.
Yeah. So one came out at the top of the year, one came out at the end of the year. And they were pretty much 1 and 2. So like part 1 and part 2, Revolution and Reloaded. So, but okay, so that's fucking 03. We in 2000, they dropped 21, but pretty much the beginning of 2022. So that's almost 20 years later. Like, they wait too long. I know they be having issues in Hollywood. Actors want more money, finding right script. If the studio want to pick it up, but some shit you gotta let die. And I continuously see them. I would rather see more remakes of the original movie, just new cast, just updated for the next generation, versus adding a part 3, part 4, part 5 to an old movie, because like you said, they fail to capture the energy from the original. We've been seeing that shit a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people fail to do it. There's some instances where it works. People capture like a certain essence of it and know how to manipulate it. Like, for example, Cobra Kai just dropped this past Friday,
Right.
Before Cobra Kai. But that's a great.
That's actually good in the way they did it, because it's like a new story from an original story. So it's like the way they spent it is different. The Matrix is a continuation of this story. Like Cobra Kai is a continuation. It's a story in the world of Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So that take is great. Even if the Matrix would have did something like, okay, the Matrix is still moving, and now there's new characters involved and new stories to be told, then okay, I think people would be able to digest it better, because then we can separate it from the original. We can say, okay, this was Matrix. Now this is a new story in the Matrix universe. And people are able to dissect that better. But when you just like, oh, this part 4 of this, or this is a continuation of this, then we automatically connect it with what's come before. And then when it don't meet it, it's like, oh, this shit is trash, because
there was definitely a lot of callbacks to the original trilogy in that movie.
Yeah,
there was a lot.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It might have been, but if they would have did this 2, 3, 4 years after Revolution, then okay, it probably been received better because it's still in the time frame or whatever. But you waiting fucking 20 years later, and we, again, like I said, we see this shit in a lot of movies now, where like fucking look at Coming to America just dropped 2021. That the original came out fucking early 90s, like, and then 2021 you get the part 2. Like, bruh, come on, man. Like, and we love it because we automatically go back to what the first movie did, and then now this one come out, completely different generations. Like, bruh, a lot of people like it, but for most part, people we start to compare when it's a part 2. Now, if it's a new story, boom, it hits us different. Look at Bad Boys for Life. Now, I love Bad Boys 1. I love Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys for Life dropped at what, 2020, or the beginning of 21, one of them. So
would have been the beginning of 2020.
So
it's not late 2019,
right,
beginning of 2020.
right. So Bad Boys for Life. These niggas fat and old. They already fat and old when they did Bad Boys 2. Then you come out with Bad Boys for Life another 10 years, 15 years later. It just ain't received the same way. Now what they could have done is make an all new Bad Boys with two young black actors, and it would have been received better because it's like, okay, it's a continuation.
Well, it depends because sometimes people like to when certain movies get cast new characters or like the replacement characters, automatically they ain't Will Smith, Martin Lawrence.
That's true too. That's true too. That is a fact. I'm just saying, like, I just rather see a remake of something than to see these old, especially see them old as fuck, trying to be the young. Because I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen it. I'm actually gonna watch it. I'm pretty sure Neo is in there doing his shit, right? He getting his shit on, right?
It takes some time, but yeah.
But he gets on his shit, and again, he look old as fuck. Oh, speaking of Neo, again, Bill and Ted. They just dropped the Bill and Ted.
They did do a Bill and Ted. I ain't watched the Bill and Ted.
Horrible.
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched this shit. Horrible. Because the jokes, we live in a different time now. So
the jokes, yes.
The jokes
likely different.
Don't land the same, and therefore they can't even be as raunchy as they once was able to. We live in a very sensitive time. So like it didn't even feel the same. And again, both of these niggas look old as fuck. It don't, like, they look horrible. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they be way too long to drop these movies.
Yeah, now, just to watch it. I watched it. I totally forgot that came out.
Bad movie. Speaking of another bad movie, and this is old too. Remember Dumb and Dumber? We love Dumb and Dumber, right? Mm-hmm. They came out with Dumb and Dumber 2 as these niggas was old as fuck. Now, when they came out with Dumb and Dumber, they was already in the mid to late 30s. And then now they come out, they fucking 50, 60, trying to sell these same jokes because, again, the time is different. The stupidity, the raunchiness that we got from the first one, they can't do it, and it was a horrible movie. That's why I'm saying Hollywood.
I remember that. There's 3 Dumb and Dumber movies. It's the prequel.
Right, it's the prequel. Yeah.
The original, the prequel, and then the last one with the original guys.
The Dumb and Dumberer, whatever the other one shit was called. When Harry met Lloyd and shit.
Yeah.
That was the prequel.
I actually like the prequel. The prequel, I enjoyed the prequel. I
like the prequel because I actually like the guy who played Jim Carrey's character. I've seen him in other shit, and I think he a goofy white boy. And so I like him as a goofy white boy. The
sequel.
Dumb and Dumber sequel was fucking horrible because they old as fuck. Hollywood.
I just felt like that movie was really dumb. Like
yeah, right. And it was just because they tried to own or take in the essence of the first one. And it's just like, those dumb jokes don't land the same way it did in the 90s when they did the first Dumb and Dumber. So, but I was going to ask you though, I saw they got a new Morpheus, right?
Yes.
So my OG ain't in there at all?
No, he's not in there. Spoiler alert, he's not in there.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
So
Lawrence Fishburne did not make a cameo appearance.
See? Can't even get all the cast. You got to recast people. And although Lawrence Fishburne is old as fuck, so I don't want to see him be Morpheus because I watch him on Blackish.
Technically, that Morpheus is really in there going crazy, so I can see why they went the younger route because he's in there.
But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to see Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne, because he's old as fuck. I watch him on Blackish, and he's really an old man. And even when Matrix came out, he was an old man already. So I understand the recasting, but why not get somebody? Why not have another character that's a Morpheus type? Because I actually like the guy who's the actor who's playing Morpheus. He's an up and coming black actor. I seen him in. I see him in a lot of shit. He was in recently the remake of Candyman, and he also in the fucking Aquaman. He plays Black Mantis and shit, shit like that. So I actually like him as an actor. I want to see him do more like superhero movies and shit. I think he should get it somewhere into the fucking Marvel universe because DC ass trash. So I could see him taking on, you know, the mantle, maybe new Black Panther or something. You know what I'm saying? We cast Black Panther, maybe be Jon Stewart.
I'm not gonna lie. I do think that the role of Black Panther should be eventually recast. Even for the first movie is too soon. But after that, I just feel like that's a very important character for the Marvel.
Yeah, and for us to stop right now.
You know, so it's like it's just very tough to how to go about it. Like,
right.
You know?
But that's what I'm saying. This guy's a good actor. I like this guy as an actor, and I'm pretty sure he's kicking ass and shit. But again, you can't do it right. Don't do it all. Do it at all. I'm gonna watch it because I am a Matrix fan, and although they stole this idea from Sophia Stewart, I ain't gonna get on the deep side how they, you know, how the Wachowski sisters stole this woman's shit. Ain't nobody we ain't gonna talk about that, Johnny. I'm pretty sure you know about.
Yeah, I know the situation.
Stole that from a Terminator and all. You know what I'm saying? Black woman all came from her cranium, but we ain't gonna get into that. I'm just saying, if you can't do it right, don't do it at all. If you can't get the cast in their prime, 20-something years later, trying to connect the dots and extend it and shit, they could have done a new Matrix with an all new cast telling a different story in the Matrix universe.
I like they added some new characters, and I like this.
I saw they got old girl from Iron Fist.
Oh yeah, she was in it. Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah,
she actually turned down the role in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
They offered her thing, and I also read that she was hopeful to return to play her character that she played in Iron Fist.
Oh,
she would like to continue to play her in MCU.
Right.
I think that also played a role. Probably her turning down Shang-Chi. She probably would have played a whole different new character. But I loved her, you know, and she was in Game of Thrones too. She was in Game of Thrones.
Was
she? Was
she in Game of Thrones?
She was one of the sisters.
I do not remember her in Game of Thrones.
The sisters that dealt with the poison. Shorty's husband. Shorty's husband was the one who fought for Tyrion. He fought the mountain, and the mountain
bashed his head. Yeah,
smashed his head.
Right. Yeah.
Basically, she played one of his daughters. She played one of his daughters.
Because that's the Mandalorian, the guy that was. So he got too cocky, and bounced smash and shit.
Won the fight.
Yeah, he was whooping his ass.
And I was trying to say the poison was working, but got a hold of him. But yeah, she was one of the
I don't remember her. I don't know her being in that though.
If you go back, she's dead as one of the daughters. That's why it's interesting because the guy who played the Iron Fist, he was also on Game of Thrones too.
He was, yep. He was.
He was
the gay boy.
He was, but he was the brother to one of the queens or the princesses.
Yeah, the one that married one of the sons and shit.
The one that married Joffrey.
She didn't. She didn't marry Joffrey. She married the other brother that killed himself.
Oh yeah, she did marry the other brother. But they wanted her to marry Joffrey first. They didn't want keep forgetting her name. Fucking shit.
Cersei?
No, not Cersei. Fuck.
Because remember, Cersei blew.
Sansa. I was gonna say her real name. I don't know her real name, but Sansa. They wanted her to marry Joffrey instead of Sansa.
Yeah.
Sansa.
Yeah. Because remember, Cersei blew up. She blew up that whole town and shit. Like she wasn't playing with that. Yeah, she blew up the whole city on their ass.
Like, and then do that shame walk. She's like, all right.
She blew that whole shit up. All I said, I'm gonna watch the Matrix thing, but I'm not like I wasn't running to it because it's like, damn, it's so long. It took so long for us to get here.
I suggest you watch the first 3 movies.
Do I gotta watch all 3, or can I just watch 3?
If you, I think you can watch 3. I feel like if you remember, I think
Yeah.
it will help out with. If you remember the whole thing, I think you'll be good. But just to refresh, and because it's a big time gap.
Right.
Watch the first 3.
And they go back and forth.
They do callbacks to you see old clips. So actually technically you do see
old clips that will put you back like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. You'll see old clips. So that's what I'm saying. So watch the first 3, might ease into all the stuff that's going on. Like when you just watch it, it's just like it's all hitting you because you gotta remember the old stuff and then they hit new stuff. So it's like a lot. That's
gonna be my goal for the week. I'm gonna try and watch one of the Matrix every day, and then catch myself.
After I watched it, I went back and watched the first Matrix. I've been meaning to watch number 2 and 3, but after I watched Resurrections, I went back and watched the original, the first one.
And I'm supposed to be dedicating time to Cobra Kai. You giving me other shit that I gotta watching and shit.
I'm telling you, once you saw Cobra Kai, bro, it's one of those shows that it just keeps going. Like
you're gonna keep watching.
Yeah,
it's 30-minute episodes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not that long. But I think the longest episode is the last episode.
Yeah,
it's like 47 minutes. The last episode is 47 minutes, but the rest is 30, mid-30.
Nah, because once I start Cobra Kai, I be through that shit. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I started watching them. Like, yo, let me chill, but I wasn't tired. I'm like, fucking, let's keep going. I come to the point when I binge watch shows, I stop myself because I know it's gonna be a minute between the next show comes out. It's gonna be a minute.
Right.
So it's like,
So now you sitting around, right?
try to
stretch it out because now you ain't got shit to watch.
Yeah,
and then
but
like, damn, I done killed this shot.
I couldn't. Cobra Kai had me. I kept watching every episode.
Yeah.
And I like how Cobra Kai ends. It ends on a little twist, and then there's certain things that you like, oh.
All right, I'm about to start Cobra Kai. I'll get to Matrix, but I'm gonna start Cobra.
I suggest Cobra Kai first, then Matrix.
Okay.
My
got you.
Cobra Kai season 4 was a great season. Because I think this season was just more like it's just it was developing characters, giving showing sympathy for certain characters, and then it's just like watching a certain character. It's Cobra Kai. Watch that.
All right, what else we got, John?
So we're gonna switch it up. I know this was a big topic 2 weeks ago because it's funny.
Oh, okay.
Twitter have their basically their own version of Clubhouse.
Yeah, they do. When
I first heard this statement, I assumed it was Clubhouse, but it's Twitter's version of Clubhouse. I forgot.
It's Spaces.
Yeah, Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Twitter has its own version of Clubhouse, and Clubhouse seemed to be gaining popularity. Just a lot of people be on Clubhouse saying certain things, then it hits YouTube and people discuss it and whatnot. But when I heard it, I was shocked. I was like, wow, Twitter got its own basically. So basically, Alicia Keys was hosting a Twitter space.
Right.
Twitter space room. And she had, special guests. Hove was in the building. And Hove basically said, nobody's hearing him in the verses. And he basically said for the fact that there's certain songs that he could perform that he basically never really performed in a certain light, that he could perform in a competitive way, and he feels like no one could stand a chance if he performed these songs like person for person, because that's also what's been added to the verses. Like in the beginning, it was virtual, so the whole performance of it wasn't really as big. So it was different, but when it started getting into person, like audience, and then both being in the same room, performance became a very big key. And obviously, Jadakiss has shown why performance is key because he's 2-0. Well, the Lox won, but he was a part of it.
Jadakiss is 2-0.
2-0 and the verses won. But Jay-Z said nobody could see him. And do you feel like nobody could see him? Are there possible opponents? Or is Straight
I don't
wild.
think. Okay, I don't think anybody can beat Jay-Z.
Okay.
Now, are there artists who can make it entertaining? Are there artists who can make it a good show? Yes. You bring up the likes of Lil Wayne. You bring up the Drakes. You bring up the Ye's. I've even heard people say Jay and Beyonce. And Jay versus Beyonce. I've heard a bunch of these shits. Song for song, nobody's beating Jay at all. Even performing, because although Jay is in the latter part of his life shit, like he's been doing this shit forever, Jay still performs. It wasn't too long ago that him and his wife, Beyonce, was just on tour and shit with they On the Run shit. And then he dropped his they dropped that Life is Good, whatever that shit was called, not too long ago. They had Love is Everything shit. Mm-hmm. So
it was an EP, right?
Yeah, a little EP, Love is Everything. So what I'm saying is, because everybody, the biggest arguments I've been hearing is Drake, Ye, Wayne. Those are the three that seems to.
I've definitely seen Wayne's name a lot when it came.
Wayne has been the most consistent because, and I think our era, young millennials, we know the run Wayne was on when mixtape era and shit, early 2000s, all that and shit, like how Wayne was cooking, how he brought in Drake, how he brought in Nicki, how he put on Cash Money, Young Money and shit. But Wayne even said himself, ain't nobody beating Jay. Even me, ain't nobody fucking with Jay, because not only song for song, they ain't fucking with him, regardless of numbers, because these numbers be flooded anyway, because a lot of people, Drake got the number, Drake. Man, Drake music don't live the way Hov shit live. Drake got all the numbers. If we're going to talk just numbers, then ain't nobody beating Drake. Like, we got, it's a closed cast. It ain't no even a conversation. But when it comes to performing and the way Jay-Z could pull in his pocket and bring out Timbaland, go in his pocket, pull out Pharrell, go in his pocket, pull out Ye, go in his pocket, pull out B, go in his pocket, pull out Ree, and then like his own shit, like he has too much to pull from it. And a lot of people say like, oh, that's the negative part because it's only 20 songs. And I didn't like when Jay was like, yo, I'll have a chance to perform this. You know, I ain't never performed Grammy Family Live and all this and shit. I don't want to hear you do all that. I want to hear you come murder niggas and play the hits and have Pharrell come out and y'all saying give it to me and sing
you want the heavy
right
hitters.
I want the heavy hitters, bring
no jab,
right no jab, no bullshit, bring out JD, play Money Ain't a Thing, like really step on these niggas next, because unfortunately the Gen Zs who love Drake and even our generation, we so hell-bent on Wayne. And don't get me wrong, crazy. Wayne had a crazy run, but Wayne run when it comes to scratch the mixtape shit, him rapping over other people's beats. Wayne got 2 albums we love, Carter 2 and Carter 3. Those are pinnacle best rapper alive Wayne. And that's where it stops. Then you get into the singles, then you get into the features and shit like that. Album cuts 2 and 3. Yeah, we like the Carter. The Carter had a few hits. Yeah, he had Cash Money when he was a shorty. They had a few hits. But best rapper alive Wayne was Carter 2 and Carter 3. Really Carter 3. Wayne even said it his damn self, I can't fuck with Hov. The GOAT is Hov. Ain't no conversation. So if Wayne's saying that, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Mm-hmm. I heard motherfuckers talk about Eminem. Who want to see an Eminem?
I was gonna bring him up. I was just waiting to bridge.
Oh my God, bro! Who wants to see an Eminem Jay-Z competition?
It'd just be a little different, but again, that would be very heavily performance. I feel like that would be more of a performance based, because it's a tale of 2 different genres of rap. So I feel
it's it's 2 different styles of music, because
so it'll be strictly performance based. It's like you go with the better who performed the song better.
But M can't perform his songs on the stage ain't gonna perform the same way Jay-Z's do. It ain't.
M's a great performer, but you know, again, it's just.
No, I didn't say he wasn't a great performer. I'm saying it ain't go because it's two different type of feelings.
I'm saying, yeah, it's just too. You'll be listening to M for a different reason while how you listen to Hov.
Right, exactly, and that shit. So that comparison don't even go together on the stage because M, and I'm not a big fan of M. I ain't gonna even bullshit y'all. I'm pre clean M. I like drug addict M. So that's when I was fucking with M. Right now, I was after rehab and all that shit. I was over M. I'm tired of the proud and chanty song ass M and shit and the lukewarm bars and shit. I did my M flow for a few people, but I ain't gonna do it today. But I'm saying two different crowds. So the audience would be horrible for an Eminem Jay-Z battle because you're gonna have one side these weirdo black kids and these emo white kids for M, these weird ass black kids, and then these emo ass weird white kids for M, the Logic fans and the Joyner Lucas fans and all them Hobson weirdos, and then you're gonna have the goats, the guys like me. The flat niggas, braggadocious, you know what I'm saying? That's really niggas out here in this world. You're gonna have us, and then it's like, bro, how you standing next to me, bro?
No, I understand. The fan base is definitely different, but there is also crossbreeds of fan base.
Oh yeah, of course.
Got his weirdo fans as well, and I'm pretty sure he has fans to him that's
No, I'm saying because they both respect it.
They're two top rappers. Both of they're rapping. It's just two different classes of personality, style, content, all that. Content is too different. So it's like that's why I feel like if they was to do a versus, because those are two big. Like M's name is big enough to anyone, and So if they was to do a versus, it would definitely be very performance based and how you feel like they perform. Shit, they might have to slip in a couple of freestyles every 4 or 5 tracks.
Right.
So they have to on some competitive. I'm about to win this. That's what I'm saying.
If M and J do it, it will solely be an old school. It would have to be an old school hip hop cipher style.
That's what I'm saying.
For them to do it.
You get because some other verses, some freestyle verses in there.
Yeah, exactly. They might drop the beat a few times and spit over each other beats or some shit like. That's what you would get from M and J, because if you go song for song, it don't. Not saying that again because
it's hard. It's too different. It's too different.
Right. It's hard
feeling. So it's like M does have good songs, but it's like how. You listen to one song and it's like you have a whole different feeling, and then you can listen to Jay-Z song and it's more of a bop to it, and it's like it's just two different feelings. But
again, it was just like that with the Bone Thugs and 3 6, whereas
you use that as an example, yes, because
Bone Thugs was more melodic, deeper messaging with their rap, where 3 6 is all turn up club tracks and shit, and for a lot of people, 3 6 won, because when you go to these performances, like something like a versus, you looking for something to have you upbeat and shit. So and it ain't a diss to M, because I know how accredited M is numbers wise. I can't ever argue M numbers. His ability to rap, I can't argue that either. M can spit. But it's just when it comes to stacking these two up.
The styles is too different, but it's just the fact. It's just like they're two big names. So it's like with anything, the styles don't fit, but it's two big names. That's just the first thing they'll gravitate to. Like, oh, M, because M name does ring with the top of them, on the top of the mountain. But M play that Renegade verse.
Oh yeah, and that's the only thing we're gonna be like. M will be like, remember this? Remember what everybody said? Who won this? And that's gonna be like the joke, like, because I know if I was I'd be like, I'll play Renegade before Jay play it. I'll play Renegade, and be like, you remember this one? And then the crowd be, oh yeah, because M murdered fucking Renegade, and you can't argue that he had the better verse on that fucking.
Also, another name that we really didn't speak on, but I'm pretty sure just because their history, Nas, who was the first person to go on wax and say Eminem murdered you on your own shit, and that's why people look at it that way. It's because of Nas.
But I see the same thing with M and Nas. I mean, like M and Nas, I can see more of them having a versus
Jay-Z
than Jay-Z and one of them because of difference in context. Nas, although Nas can rap on his braggadocious shit, but he real melodic, very like he's a right. He's wise. He speak it what he raps about content wise is a lot different than what Hov rap about and shit. The beat selection, the energy, it's a lot different. It's a lot more mellow when it comes to Nas and M. Whereas Hov, when we talk about the hits, yo, it's a fucking party. And that's what I'm saying. Like the level of performance that Jay has continued to do, him and his wife and shit, the quality of performance, bro, they're gonna have to sell out the Garden the whole verse. They're gonna have to fucking sell out arena to not the small part, like the small arena that they have these little verses in. No, it's gonna be like fucking Kevin Hart is doing a stand-up show or some shit, like type shit, like full crowd sold out type shit. Hov can't do no fucking verses, man. That shit don't even, it ain't fair for nobody. Everybody want to talk about Drake. And again, no knock on Drake. Drake is the king right now. Numbers don't lie. He got the numbers. But Drake ain't even beating Ye. So what are we talking about?
Ye could be a lot of rappers in verses. So
Ye to me is the closest to making it entertaining when it comes to Jay. Because Ye is in the box. He's not at Jay's level, but if you take in the production, you take in the writing, all that shit, then you add Ye's features, and then you add what Ye's done for Jay. I'll start playing Jay-Z tracks. If I'm Ye, I'll start playing Jay-Z tracks before he do. I'll put Izzo on. Nigga, that's my song. I made this beat. Nigga, Watch the Throne. I did all this. Like, nigga, all your beats.
He could do that because I thought, and you do see that in verses. They play a whole song that they wasn't even on. They produced it.
Ye could do a whole 10 beats he produced for Jay-Z. His first 10 could be all Jay-Z songs, but he did them, and he do it before Jay-Z do. That shit is entertaining to me. I like that. If Ye was to do that, that'd be some cocky asshole shit. Like, yeah, sing my song, nigga. Like, that's what I'd be on if I'm Ye. Sing my song and then play the shit. Like, that's funny to me. That's the only person I can see really. And again, all of them can make it entertaining. But when I say possibly beat Hov, and that's a small possibility, Ye is the only one. I'm sorry. But since we're speaking on verses, my wife, your co-host at this, ASO shit, she was talking her shit. She saw something about Beyonce the other day, and she be hating on Riri, and she was talking about Beyonce a smoke Rihanna in a verse. I'm like, I don't know.
That'd be a great verse.
I don't know, because I'm telling like, look, we got the numbers. We know what the numbers say. The numbers fall in Reed's side. Now, Beyonce is one hell of a performer.
That's one that's gonna come down. That's another one that I feel like is just gonna come down to straight performance. Yeah. They both have the records.
Right.
They have the records. It's just gonna be straight.
That's why I'm like, I'll give it to Beyonce right now because she's still actively performing, and we know Riri haven't dropped no new album or new projects in like 8 years or so. Beyonce is consistent. Every couple of years she putting out something. She's always working. She's always on tour. So I could give her the edge.
Oh no, but no, it's crazy. I explained it to Bree. Rihanna dropped like 7 albums within 8 years.
Yeah, right.
So she was on a crazy run. So you know what I'm trying to say. So she.
But I'm saying in the sense of activity. Whereas like, you get what I'm saying? Like, say God forbid 2022 versus Rihanna Beyonce. Beyonce has been active in the entertainment music space, where she's been dancing, she's been performing, she's been touring, whereas Rihanna ain't been doing that. So I think that gives her a bit of the ups because she's been active.
Because she like, you know what I'm trying to say, like,
she's actually
certain performers that you've seen, they haven't performed in a while. They look out of breath.
It shows.
Yeah, so
it shows. So that's what I'm saying. So like, I think Beyonce can give a better show, but when it comes to records, I think Rihanna can match her.
That's what I'm saying. That's another one that'd be an all-time great verses.
Right.
But it will definitely have a lot of people divided, because you know they both have huge fans,
huge followers, and they both can pull from a lot of other artists.
Yeah, so definitely, that would be a tough one.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the same thing when it comes to like the Jay-Z Ye type of thing. It will be such a massive event. Mm-hmm. It can't be in those little old studios in MSG. That shit will be a sold out tour, because they'd be able to pull.
Stadium,
bro, they got to get a fucking whole football stadium to do that shit, because they're gonna have to pack that shit out, and where these people can pull from is fucking crazy. I would love to see it. I would love to see it being like pulled off, but again,
it'd be amazing to watch, though. It'd be amazing to watch. It'd be
crazy to watch, but ain't nobody beating Hov. I'm just saying that. Ain't nobody beating Hov. You know, that's just what it is. Ain't nobody beating Hov. Done and done. All that other shit y'all niggas be talking, go follow something sharp, because y'all full of shit.
I still think Hov probably don't beat Hov, but I think there's just a select few that could give him competition, and that's how I feel about it. I think Jay-Z wins his versus battle.
Right.
But you know, also.
Benny Butcher said there's nobody alive that can beat Hov. There are people, there are a few rappers that if they were here, they will give Hov a go, and we know the only two he talk about is Pocket Big.
I'm gonna say, but scratch rappers, we all know who would never lose a versus. I think he's not around no more. Michael Jackson, if he was around, no artist dead or alive is beating Michael. He's the GOAT of, when it comes to it, the GOAT.
Because how can you even be an artist and stand up next to Michael Jackson trying to compete against him? You're gonna be so starstruck. Jay-Z gonna be up there like
I seen certain stuff with certain artists now, but it's certain shit I ain't never seen when you look at old Michael performances and what just Michael's presence alone.
That's what. Again, me and you on the same page. Sabrina don't agree, but again, like I've heard you say it, Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time. I ain't never seen people pass out, cry, and convulsion for anybody. The energy that comes with.
You don't even gotta dance. You just gotta stand. He can just stand there.
And motherfuckers.
He turned his head.
Michael.
He turned his head. And
nobody brings the same amount of energy and the same nobody brings it like MJ do. Rest in peace to the GOAT, MJ, man. King of pop.
Also, another artist who's alive but is scrutinized, currently locked up, but he do got mega records.
That could compete with Hov?
I don't know if he can compete with Hov, but he could compete. We're gonna give him a slight, not slight shout out.
Oh yeah, no. Y'all act like this nigga in Baltimore and shit. We ain't gonna talk about him because we don't want to really give him a we ain't gonna go into depth about it. But Kale's somebody can't nobody beat either. I ain't gonna even say that. Musically,
that's what I said. Like he got a situation going on for him, but we talking strictly music.
For the conversation, for the topic at hand, we only talking about the music. There's no artist in the R&B world, and a lot of artists, even in the hip hop world, that can fuck with Kales.
That's what I'm saying.
It is what it is.
I know he got his situation going on, but I'm just
that's why I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. But it is what it is.
Like Mega Records.
Yeah, I forgot for a second.
Like he has
pulling from people that he didn't work with and songs he didn't written.
And he definitely could perform as well. So it's not like he can't perform. He could perform.
I want to see Kels perform.
But he's doing what he's dealing with.
I don't want to see Kels perform.
The way, but
Yeah, we're gonna move from Kels though. Yeah, I got you though. I'm with you.
Infamous mention. Not honorable mention, just an infamous mention.
Right.
He had asterisk to his name.
Lord Voldemort, right there.
But moving on, we talked about the Matrix to start off the Matrix episode. And that was a great franchise. But we're gonna talk about another movie franchise. But this franchise has been consistent. So the biggest break from the movie world it took was I guess Tokyo Drift was 06. And the fourth one came out in 09. So that's probably like the biggest break. And after that, it's like every other year. Movie. But it's another movie that's been around for almost 20 years. Another franchise.
That's facts.
But the great one, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, states he will never return to the Fast franchise, which is unfortunate because he gave that franchise a little bolt of life. That fourth movie was good that they brought back. They brought back Paul Walker. They brought back Vin Diesel. Was Letty was in the fourth? Yes, Letty was in the fourth one. They brought back Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, right.
They brought that, and then they introduced some new characters.
Mm-hmm.
But Fast Five arguably is the greatest of the franchise. Introduced The Rock, and I feel like after The Rock did Fast Five, he's just been in another light when it comes to movies. I feel like
that's facts though.
After that movie, he took off
because when he did Fast Five, he had that. He had all those other movies. He had that movie where he was on the side of the building and shit. It had old girl from Scream in it. Like he was on like a.
What's that? That wasn't saying. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I wasn't saying.
Not San Andreas, but even though. You know what I'm talking about though, right? Like, but he was after 5. He was just on a run. He was just like he had like 4 movies in like one fucking year and shit. Like Rock became
mega movies.
Yeah, he was the action hero. Like he became the go-to action hero. Him and Kevin Hart was the go-to comedian. He became the go-to action hero, and he's been
that movie. I know what movie you're talking about. It's like it's like a hotel
building. Yeah, right. Yeah, he was working in the building, and he got taken over some shit. Like,
didn't he have a prosthetic leg in that movie too?
Right. Yep. He had a prosthetic leg. Yep. I forgot the name of the movie. Ain't it Skyscraper or something?
It might be. Yes, it's Skyscraper.
Something like that. But Rock been on the run, and. It's unfortunate to see him not want to, return to the Fast universe because of his issues with other cast members, issues with who Vin Diesel say a friend, issues with him and shit. But I think he gonna return. I feel like because he stepped in like he not gonna do it, but I feel like
he came out and publicly thing like. I'm not saying he's not a man of his word or not, but
yeah,
he knows how to play the game. He knows how to anticipation. Like,
right,
he's never gonna do it. And then hour and a half into the movie, oh shit!
Because my whole thing is why publicly come out and say something, and have like you're not with the franchise no more. So you saying that you're not gonna be on it. You coming out, you making your stamp. Everybody else that's the fans, we gonna be sitting there spectating this. He gonna be on there. So that's gonna drive people to see it. Is The Rock gonna be in the last fast? So why not catch a coin with the anticipation that you are helping build?
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's what I'm saying. So I don't know, but he really literally might have a dislike for certain castmates because
right.
The feuds have been publicized.
Yeah, shit been said.
Yeah, the feud with Tyrese.
Yeah.
The feud with Vin Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm trying to say certain shit was said behind the scenes that wasn't publicized for us to know.
Right.
Right now, I can't do that because certain shit was said.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the way
and Rock Punk trying to keep his distance so you don't beat nobody ass.
that too. No, but I just feel like he knows how to
he know how to sell it. Yeah.
So it's like I ain't never doing it again. And I feel like if he pops up in the first 5 minutes or hour and a half into the movie,
Right.
Oh, you said you're not gonna do it, and then gonna be like, oh shit, like
ain't nobody gonna be The Rock is a liar. He's not, he doesn't have any integrity. He said he wasn't gonna do it. I don't believe in The Rock. Niggas gonna be happy because it's the finale.
Yeah, it's the last movie. The franchise on strong for 20 years.
Right.
But no, that's what I'm saying. So it's like at face value, I'll say, oh damn, he might not really be there.
No, because what he said was like, yo, I don't like the fact that you brought in Paul and you brought the kids talking to Vin Diesel and shit, because Vin Diesel said Paul will want us to do it, and my kids call you uncle, and they don't like to see us beefing like this or whatever. So me being in a situation like that, God forbid, John, me and you beefing and shit, and I say, yo, John, I miss you on social media, like, bro, let's you feeling some way about me. Granted, you feeling some way about me. But I'm like, yo, John, Dorian looking at you like an uncle, bro. Like, I'm making it a spectacle on social media. You go look at it like, yo, that's kind of corny, especially depending on what's going on.
Text me or call me. Text me like, yo, you gonna
right.
You could talk it out.
Right. Exactly. So you're gonna look at it like, nigga, you doing this for the attention now. Like, so that's what I'm saying. It looks corny.
Yeah, he could have went with his approach. I see what Vin Diesel was trying to do, but I feel like he should have made a little more effort in reaching out. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Certain shit we're not gonna know.
Right.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel looking at it like, I love you so much. I love what we're doing so much. I'll publicly apologize. I'll publicly put it all out there, like, for us to mend this. That's what I think Vin Diesel's approach was like.
I didn't feel that way, baby.
Right.
That could have been Vin Diesel's approach. Is like, yo, this is bigger than us. I want to be part of this. I'll apologize.
Right.
But there's also,
or not even apology. I'll publicly make amends.
Yeah. So it's like, I'll take accountability.
Right.
We both been wrong, but I'm gonna take accountability and we're gonna move.
Right.
And I'm gonna do it publicly. That way, people see like I'm really making an effort, or
right.
But then someone else, and the other party could look at it. Oh, there's a hidden agenda to this.
Yeah, it's a cloud. It's a cloud chase.
So I wish them the best. I would love The Rock. I feel like he gave that franchise a spark. Like he gave it.
I love Fast Five. Is my favorite one, and I love the Hobbs and Shaw movie. Like, surprisingly, I thought it was gonna be ass, but I actually liked it. So
I liked Hobbs and Shaw. I feel like he did a good job. But I feel like the Fast franchise got a spark, and unfortunately, with the untimely death of Paul Walker, it lost the spark that it gained. Because like he was an original character, so when he passed, it wasn't the same.
Because it was for a lot of people, it was like you can't. It's Vin Diesel and Paul, and so without one of them, it ain't the same. And y'all can't really. It's kind of kind of corny that y'all continuing it without one of the core guys.
And even though I enjoyed Too Fast, Too Furious, I'm pretty sure many people didn't enjoy it.
They show that shit all the time on TV. I be watching it every time it come on.
No, it was Paul Walker and Tyrese. It wasn't Paul Walker.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure, but I think like it gained the spark. The franchise got a little boat energy, but then with the unfortunately passing of him, of Paul Walker, it took away from it. They still was able to produce movies because they said they do it in his name, which gave some of a boost.
Right.
That he would continue it. And I'm pretty sure if he was still alive, he would be in all those movies as well.
Facts.
But for the finale, I think The Rock should do it. But
I think he is gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it.
He's big enough to say do whatever he wants and
do whatever. Again, he got his own movie. He got his own franchise or got his own what's the shit called? Of the Hobbs and Shaw. He got his own
he got
his own spinoff. Nigga come in, they already 5 movies deep, and you come in and get your spinoff before all these other niggas has been here. So The Rock can do whatever the fuck he want. And I'm pretty sure I think they're gonna continue with the Hobbs and Shaw, or the Hobbs. The Hobbs is gonna continue in the Fast universe. But yeah, do the last one and be done with that shit.
I feel like the franchise should just after the last one, spin-offs and all, just give it a rest for a few years.
Oh no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. It's a cash cow. They gonna milk that motherfucker until they can't milk it no more. So the beginning universe is gonna come to an end. But the Fast overall universe, Tyrese gonna get his own movie. Hobbs and Shaw probably get individual movies. Shit, they might have Letty movie and shit. Shit, they have everybody a movie in that motherfucker. You get a movie. You get a spinoff.
For a good, I would say it's been a pillar of our growing up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it has.
But I feel like the franchise should give it a rest. It's made enough money, and it reached a certain point where it's like people just want to see what crazy bullshit.
Again, I've been watching to see it end.
I still ain't watched Fast 9 yet. I have not.
I haven't seen 9 yet either, though. I haven't seen 9 yet.
I'm eventually do it, but I've not watched it.
But I've been watching it to see it end because I want to be like, okay, I've seen it close, but they continue to keep it going. So of course I'm gonna watch 9 and 10 because I've been wanting to see it close since fucking Fast 7. Mm-hmm. So
7 was the last one Paul Walker was in, right? He was able to shoot some scenes. They filmed 6 and 7 back to back.
Yeah.
And he passed away. They somewhat finished the movie. I think they still had to do a certain couple of
He had to put his brother in and shit.
But he was able to shoot like a good percentage of his scenes.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, after 7, I was ready for it to close. So now I'm at the point like, come on, man, let's do this. Let's close this shit out.
Maybe one day we're gonna be 7 years old. We're like, yo, Fast 35? Fast 35? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's funny.
But moving on, we're sticking to the entertainment world. This past week, the entertainment community and the world as a whole lost a big celebrity. R.I.P. to the icon herself, Betty White. For her big 100th, which would have been
we got to give it 100.
But she passed away. She almost made it. She was a few weeks out. She was about 100th birthday. They even did like a
Time magazine. Yeah, Time magazine had they was going
a documentary for her. So they was like she knew it was big landmark of her life if she would have made the century mark. Well, unfortunately, she didn't make it. But R.I.P. to her. And she, she's been like obviously most people know her from the Golden Girls, but she just been able to be active throughout
Yeah.
her whole career. She lived a very long life, 90 years old, but she was active.
Yeah.
She was able to still do certain things and still entertain and give back
Right.
to the world.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace to Betty White. I grew up watching Golden Girls with my mother, and rest in peace to my mama. That was her favorite show. So we used to watch Golden Girls. Well, at least if I was sick and I was home,
You didn't go to
that's
school.
what I ain't go to school. My mom was watching Golden Girls and shit, and it's like you couldn't play the game if you sick. Because you too sick. You sick, your ass can't play the game, all that goofy shit. You sick, you can't do this and shit. So I was forced to watch Golden Girls, but that shit used to be hilarious. And then it got to the point where I would watch it by myself. And then especially once my mom passed, like I watched it for her. So like, so to see, and Betty White was the last of the Golden Girls crew to pass away. So see, I almost reached that 100. I'm gonna give it a 100. So for her to live 100 years is definitely dope, and for her to be entertaining throughout the whole time, old woman, like high spirited, just still entertaining everybody. Whenever you see her in an interview, you see her do a show or anything, she was still the funny, goofy character that she played on Golden Girls and shit. I think she wasn't really no acting, it was just her being herself. Because she just always was the high spirited person. My only regret though is I grew up when Betty was old, because I seen some photos of Betty White when she was young. She was bad, yo. I ain't gonna lie. She was bad. I ain't gonna front. Yo, I see photos of her, man. Good looking woman. So rest in peace to Betty, man. She had it back in the whatever day that was. So yeah. Rest in peace to her.
Rest in peace to Betty White. Moving on. Talk entertainment. Also, the Dr. Dre's divorce saga has finally ended. He's ordered to pay his ex-wife $100 million. God damn.
She wasn't with him shooting in the gym, man.
I just like at this point, I know you married and shit, but marriage is looking like a whole business, a whole business deal. So it's like
it definitely is. I mean, but me being a married man, God forbid. Sabrina do some goofy shit. Or I do some goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? And she divorced me. And she taking half of my shit or whatever. Whatever I built, because I'm a bum broke nigga right now. So whatever I build, it was built in our marriage. She is my support. She is my foundation. So everything I do, any idea, shit, I lay down with her. I tell her my ideas. Like she's my business partner. Like honestly, my life partner and my business partner. So although in a divorce, that's a very touchy and emotional situation, she would be in her right to want half of mine. Because I would be in my right to want half of her shit too. I'm getting my half. Point for the fellas. I'm taking her ass for half her money too. So Sabrina, keep your shit together because I will get you also. But I'm just saying, he ain't even been married to this woman long. Ain't been married. Let me get the number first. But he's made a whole career. What I'm basically saying is he's made a whole career, made a whole life.
Well, he was married to her for a while.
How long was he married to her?
I'm about to Google it right now.
Because I'm saying, hi to Dr. Dre. He's been around a long time. She ain't been a part of.
They've been married since 1996.
Oh, that's a long ass time. Okay.
They meet him. Well, I'm not gonna say she met him, but they got married a little after his fame, but they were together. I feel like, and I think she is the mother of all his kids as well.
All right. A little bit of a different argument then. Okay. So my argument solely was
If it wasn't together that long.
my whole argument is right, that too. But if you meet me in my success, you're not warranted or you don't deserve shit.
Yeah, because you met me after, like I
Because
already
you already met me. I'm already successful. And although she met him 96, Dre was already a successful artist with millions of dollars, but she's been around a long time through a lot of business ventures and trials and tribulations for Dr. Dre. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at her. I can't be really too mad at her. 96, she got all his kids. 100 million is a lot, but the nigga got, if he giving up 100 mil, the nigga got a whole lot more. So
as I'm saying, so she.
my argument, my divorce argument is per the situation, because again, I feel like there'll be situations where mainly women, but although it happens for men as well, or it's more public when it comes to women. These women meet these successful men in the industry. They know how they met them on some, this nigga a womanizer. They get married. Few years go by. They tired of being womanized or whatever, and then they take the niggas for half or whatever they got, or take a big proper chop of the shit. They're like, bitch, you knew what this nigga was up to before you got here. And two, this nigga, you went there shooting with the nigga in the gym. So that's my whole thing.
So yeah, I was just reading a little wiki. They met in '95. I'm not 100% sure she's the father of all his children, but she might be. I said the mother of all his children, but I think she's the mother to a few of his children.
I heard niggas on Twitter saying that she was a tranny and shit, but I'm like, yo, bro, she didn't have kids with this nigga. What are y'all talking about? But yeah, Twitter was like, yeah, that's a whole man. Like, she used to be a man. She met him, and then
They had 7 kids. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, I mean, she's been around. They've been married that long. It's been almost 3 decades. They've been married. So she's within our right. She's been there. Ain't no telling what she's probably been through with him, being with a man at the stature of Dr. Dre. I ain't mad at it. I mean, I'm not really mad at it. Per her situation, I'm not mad at it. Because again, part of being married, again, speaking from somebody who's married, you not only is your partner, your husband or wife, your life partner, but your business partner. Like they are affected by your business dealings just as much as you are. So yeah, it was hers. When you married it, yeah, when you married what's mine is yours, and yours is mine. Like, especially for that long, I ain't mad at it.
Because, you could say Dr. Dre was definitely Dr. Dre, but he definitely since then has elevated in the financial and
definitely
department. So you could say she was there, even though he was you could say 96, he married in 96, he was successful.
He was.
Prime Death Row. He probably had just left Death Row, signed this thing with Interscope. Like aftermath. But as I'm saying, so he was successful, but then he elevated. He became what he is now. Dre beat, all types of stuff. Still mega producer.
Again, I'm not mad. And again, like you said, she's been a part of Dre was successful, NWA, fucking Death Row, but Dre, the icon, she's been there for it. She was a part of that.
You want to say she was
Like
right
the
on M.
right. In the beginning of the aftermath, the Dre takeoff, becoming like mega star. She's been there.
Yeah, so
she's been a she's been a part of that. And again, and me as an artist, I'm speaking again on the broke side. I know my wife would go to the studio with me. I know every business dealing I think of because mine is hers is mine. I don't spend money without talking to her. Like that's mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit is discussed in the crib before the people see it. So I can only suspect that that would be the same case, especially dealing with the amount of fucking money they dealing with. Like, so she's just as much a part of that shit as he is. So she deserves her proper shot because God forbid, right now Sabrina makes more money than me. And if we get divorced, I am taking her ass for half. Boom.
Okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but we're gonna end the episode with it's again, Happy New Year. We're in the new year. We're gonna give you maybe 1 to 2 things that we want to see in 2022.
Okay.
Just it could be a bold prediction or just not even a bold prediction. It's just something that you would like to see. Like it could be a prediction, but it's just something that you would love to see in 2022. 1 to 2 things, 3 things tops. It doesn't matter. But I got at least 3.
I got a few.
I got at least. And I think,
right, so,
and me, you should have at least one that's the same thing.
We should have one that's the same thing.
At least one that's the same thing.
Wow, you just threw me for a spin because I don't know what that is, John.
Well, I'll set it off this way.
Go ahead.
22 culture capsule blows up.
Oh, duh. Okay, yeah, all right. Of course.
You should at least have one of the same.
Yes.
Be different.
Yes.
OSA and ASO's viewership goes up.
Yes, definitely.
Was able to produce new shows for the to watch. We trying to build up. So
I'm definitely looking forward to, and I'm believe it. Success from the C2 family and the C2 brand with ASO, with OSA, with other projects we got potentially rolling out very soon, with other ideas. I definitely know we're going to see some improvement and some viewership gaining and some more influence on this web shit.
We'll create our own lane.
Yes, definitely. We definitely gonna do that this year because if we don't, somebody gonna have to shoot the face with me. That's on bro now. I'm tired of niggas. So niggas gonna have to, we gonna come correct or they gonna have to meet them hands, cuz.
Yeah, so 2022, that's one thing I would love to see in 2022.
On crap.
But another thing I would like to see, I don't know, be true, but I would like a Kendrick album in 2022.
There we go, John. We here. We simpatico. I need a Kendrick album in 22.
He should have dropped in 2021. Cole dropped, Drake dropped.
And everybody thought it was always this speculation that he was dropping, that the Power 3 was all gonna drop the same year.
But, he played differently, but 2022.
Especially when he did the family ties with Baby King, everybody like, oh yeah, Kendrick, he loading up.
Yes, everybody's like, oh yeah, he's gearing up, preparing.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So like he gave us a little teaser because and he came out the gate, he's talking about smoking on top 5, basically saying like top 5 ain't fucking with him. He ready to set the tone. So 2022, we need that project.
Definitely. But also, since we talking about projects, we spoke about her earlier, and when it comes to Beyonce and shit, Riri give us an album in 2022.
Maybe
Riri, because I've seen her talk in interviews about, the next album gonna be a lot different than anything we ever heard her do. Like,
she's a whole different way now, so she could talk a little different, like.
So she was saying, be patient. It's just the sound gonna be a lot different. So I want to hear that sound. So I'm looking forward to.
The way she could talk is so different. She's a billionaire. She's a billionaire now, right?
Billionaire, yeah. Billionaire.
I'm saying her talk could be so. She could really.
Her talk was already spicy, so it's like.
And then add that is like.
Right. Yeah. Word.
Being a billionaire, like trying to say is like.
Again, and some Riri visuals, some Rihanna videos, man. You know how Riri do. We need some of that. We need some Riri in 2022.
Watch some videos like, damn.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So get some Riri in 2022. Something else I want to see, versus wise, right? In versus, we talked about people going against Hov and shit. What I would like to see in 2022, they recently squashed their beef early last year. I want to see a Drake versus Chris Brown in versus.
That's an interesting one. That's a very, very interesting. That'll be
now. Although I don't think Drake performance wise is what Chris Brown is.
Definitely make it a little more tough for Drake. Is the performance,
but the music wise, the hits that they both can pull from, I think it would be very entertaining to watch. And Drake being like pseudo goofy, he would try like play on the dancing and shit, like type shit, making fun of Chris and shit. Like, I like to see them and a performance style versus. It wouldn't be really a versus because they all cool now and shit. It'll all be like lighthearted and good fun. But I like to see them hit the stage together and do.
That's a good matchup. All I'm saying is the performance factor might really like Chris Brown.
Right.
Polish him on the performance.
Yeah. Because if not Drake, then it would have to be like a Usher, Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm. Or the performance.
So you want a real battle, then be Chris Brown versus Usher, and you get the hit singles and you get the performance.
A little hard, like Chris Brown started doing dance moves. There's only much Drake could do. He ain't.
Right. So again, the more fitting one probably would be Usher versus Chris Brown, but I think because of the superstardom where they at and still active in their careers, Drake and Chris Brown would be a very entertaining versus to see.
My last one for 2022, I know we need patience and maybe they're going to go a different route, but I want to see my guy, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, MCU. If we could get a Hugh Jackman cameo, I'll be...
Yeah, let's get that. No, let's get X-Men in the MCU. Like, let's get them going.
I know we got to be patient, but just a cameo. You know what I'm trying to say? We got shows.
Yo, John, you know what I thought you were going to say, though?
What?
Because you said, I know they being patient and shit. I thought you were going to say in 2022, I want to see another lockdown. Like, lock it down to give me my money and shit. Like,
I ain't trying to give nobody no more money. They gave a lot of money.
Especially to the PPP niggas.
Yes. Niggas stole almost, I think the number was 100 bill. Of scam. That was funds that was scammed. That was COVID.
Man, I wish. Yeah, I missed out, man, because a lot of them niggas didn't go to jail, man. There's some niggas I know that was rocking on the PPP side. I ain't gonna dry snitch, but they ass in jail. I should have jumped on shit. Fuck this.
As you know, you just gotta get certain amounts, and people knew certain amounts.
Right. They knew that. They knew that threshold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want $1 million on the hold up? What do you do?
Right.
Don't
Right.
like you look at the numbers and you really look at the business and he's like,
Yeah.
hold up. So
Right.
obviously when you like can't knock the hustle, like you trying to get this
Yeah.
ain't giving out the money thing, but it's just when you reach for a very big number, is
Right. Shoot for the fence. Your business just started last month. You got 100 staff. You got 100 employees and shit.
so they're eventually gonna catch on because they gotta look at all the other numbers. So it's like they looking for the big numbers first. But
Right. It's called your shit called Larry's jerk tacos and shit.
Mhm.
It's like, nigga, you got 100 employees and shit. You just started last week.
we should have fucked up. They want to see too. Like fuck it.
Right. Facts. Like that ass. Like, and then we put me down, you down, Drew, DQ, Ed, Cam, all them down and shit. Like,
Oh, that's the staff right there.
that's the staff.
That's it.
We're a media company and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure if I say, yo, they just outed me, bro. I need y'all to show up. Y'all niggas gonna come and say yes. I'm like, look, here's the work. Here's our YouTube channel. Here's what we're doing.
That would have definitely funded some studio.
Yeah, I wish I would have fucking thought that, because that actually it's actual thing though. Like we are a real entity. We are a real business and shit. So I'm thinking like, yo, these motherfuckers I ain't trying to go to jail and shit. Like, I ain't with all that shit.
Cause it crossed my mind. I was like, yeah, I don't know how serious they'll take us. Cause when it came to fine print, but we are technically a business doing this.
And we have proof that we've been in business for over a year. So we should have.
So we put money into.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We paid for advertisement through Facebook and social media. Man, we should have did that shit. We should have got a $2 billion on that $2 million and put it in. And we're gonna do some time. At least all of us gonna do that shit. Like, yo.
We would have to pay for like bots to view our shit. We didn't have to have so like 3 videos with like 1 million views. Like, look.
Word.
Boom.
They gonna see that. They gonna see 9 views and shit. They gonna be like, these niggas.
Like, oh, we throwing y'all under the set.
But yo, like you said, 2022, the biggest thing I want to see is our success, and we gonna keep doing this shit, man. We gonna make it happen.
And for those that's trying to find their way and still, man, just do it. That's
facts.
That was our lesson with these pods. Just do it.
Once you get started, it's over from there. That's a fact.
It's made perfect, and every episode or every time you do what you're trying to do, each one is you just get better and better, and you work on the certain stuff that you fixed. So, so you may not get that episode. You feel like that episode is off. The next episode, you come back. You just get better and better. Just there's one thing in life. Just do it. Well, we all have one life to live. So whatever you dream, chase it. We don't want.
John said it best, man. John said it best. I ain't got nothing else to say. He just said it all.
But with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shitty Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, special co-host Dev, and we are out.
Let's go.